Don't know why anyone would pay money to see a shitty zoo like this.
I'm sure Jacob has plans for all these animals. Big plans.
Jacob knows what he's doing.
Jacob can turn these animals into weapons for the father. I've seen him do it.
Don't like animals. Never even owned a dog.
People love the animals, but guess who cleans the cages?
We all serve Jacob in our own way.
I can't believe how many judges we have. It's incredible.
Fucking judges are like the hounds of hell. Only worse.
Looks like we got some good ones this time. These judges are vicious.
This place feels like the new Noah's Ark, preparing for the Father's new world.
I'd rather be anywhere else but here. The fucking smell is getting to me.
Keep an eye on the wolves. One dug under the fence and escaped the other day.
I don't like the way those judges keep looking at me. Makes me uncomfortable.
Those judges are amazing animals.
I hate it when those judges just stare at you. It's like you're just meat to them.
I told them not to put me on wolf duty. I'm no good with animals.
You said this like 100 times.
We'll need to find more animals soon. The judges are getting hungry.
If the Father wills it, so shall it be.
Seriously. I told them I'm fucking allergic. Why do they keep sending me here?
Look at all these amazing animals. Soon they'll be mating to something even better.
Every animal here will be used to serve the father's purpose.
Jacob's gonna take these wolves and make them better, stronger, just like he's doing with us.
Their wills must be broken before they can be trained.
Once these judges are fully trained, they'll hunt down anyone that dares to stand in the father's way.
The father works in mysterious ways.
Judges really are incredible, aren't they?
I hate all animals.
These judges are amazing. They can track down sinners wherever they're hiding.
We'll need to find more fresh meat soon. These judges just don't stop eating.
We've managed to more than make up for the animals that escaped.
I was told not to waste any meat. Doesn't matter what it is, the judges will eat it.
Yeah, I gotta make sure these judges get fed. Not too much. We want to keep them sharp.
I almost lost my hand feeding one of those things.
Those judges are vicious, that's for sure.
Best keep them fed.
Some of these other animals can be used for training. If not, use them as food.
We don't want to waste any meat. We gotta keep those judges fed.
Fuck, something stinks. Must have stepped in judge shit.
Do you think these wolves will ever shut up?
I'm so sick and tired of cleaning out these cages.
Alls I know is you're cleaning judge shit today, not me.
Too bad some of the animals got loose before we got here. Could have used them to train the judges.
Who the hell names a bear cheeseburger? Seriously.
Not a big fan of animals in cages, but whatever the Peggies are doing in there has gotta be worse.
I'm pretty sure they kept the wolves. I don't know about the other animals. Hope they're okay.
The kids had a secret way in there to watch the shows, but they never told me what it was.
They got all the angles covered. Even got guys on the roof.
Fuck. I hope those bastards didn't hurt Cheeseburger.
Don't know what they're doing to those judges in there, but it can't be good.
Oh, those poor animals. Need taken care of.
There's gotta be a less conspicuous approach.
They've got a shit ton of judges in there. It's where they train them to kill.
Wow. How far this place has fallen. Hope we can put it back together.
This place is a horrible insult to what it once was.
It's gonna take forever to put this place back to the way it was. Not even sure where we'll find all the animals.
Sick and tired of cleaning up after these fucking Peggies.
All I want to know is when Cheeseburger's coming back. That bear is hilarious.
To think this place was once a refuge for animals.
Glad to see this back in Whitetail hands. It was horrible what those monsters were doing to those wolves.
Looks like they still have some of the original zoo animals in cages. It might be to our advantage.
Don't think this'll stop them training judges, but it'll sure slow them down some.
The place used to be full of animals. Wolves, cougars, bears, you name it. I wonder what they did with them all. I sure hope the original owners can put this place back together. They were such nice people.
If we can't help those animals, we'll have to put them down.
What kind of monster does this to an animal? Jesus, those Peggies are sick.
Good. With this in the right hands, maybe we start helping animals rather than hurting them.
Never liked this place. It's wrong to keep wild animals in cages.
With some work, we should be able to put this place back together. Maybe even help these animals out.
Damn, Cheeseburger isn't here. This place won't be the same without him.
This is every PSA for animal cruelty ever made, all rolled into one.
These Peggies should be strung up by their balls for what they did to those poor wolves.
Good thing we took this place. Maybe we'll see fewer of those goddamn judges now.
It's a shame what they did to all those wolves. Damn shame.
I'd love to see this place back in business. Used to come here all the time with the family.
It's hard to see what they've done to these poor beasts. Breaks my heart.
We'll have to do a big cleanup here before we can allow the public back in.
How the hell did the Peggies put up with that smell? It's gonna take days to clean this up.
God, we used to take the family here every summer. Now look at it.
How those Peggies treated these animals? It ain't right.
This place used to help animals. Now look at it.
I can't believe what those Peggies have been doing to these animals. Fucking monsters.
It was never the prettiest place, but the fucking Peggies only made it worse.
I hate that we have to kill all these judges, but what else can we do?
Watch that those cages are locked. Those aren't pandas in there.
Makes you wonder what's wrong with these people. How could you do that to a wolf?
It's a shame we can't do anything for those poor wolves.
Not sure we could ever put this place back right.
Did you see the state of those cages? It's disgusting.
Jacob's gonna have to find another place to train his judges now, won't he?
It would be great if this place could get back to its original purpose.
Glad we could save even some of these animals. This place is gonna need a lot of work to get up and running again.
No one should treat an animal like that. I don't care who you are.
God! I thought the cages smelled bad from the outside.
You'd have to be a monster to hurt these poor animals.
Each one we take is another nail in Jacob's coffin.
Jacob's monsters are made right here.
Here's a breakthrough. Kill those Peggy bastards.
Fuck, sounds like they have a pack of judges in there.
I used to know the couple that ran this place back when it was a camp for troubled youth. Nice folk, too.
They'd truck in all sorts of city kids, give them a taste of nature. I guess it helped until they closed it down.
It's a shame they had to shut this place down. It was a good place for teens to get back to nature.
Place used to be packed with campers heading out into the woods. Now look at it.
Used to come here with the family for ice cream. Now the Peggies have gone and messed that up, too.
It was pretty amazing seeing all the city kids come in and get a taste of nature. Peggy's changed all that.
Used to get most of my gear from here. Gotta support local business, you know.
Was a nice store, but that was before the Peggies took over.
Got a canoe here once. They gave me a great deal.
Was the best camping supply store for miles around. Can't blame them for leaving when they did.
Hey, look, Chad's Meat Wagon. If you're looking for good prepper food, look no further.
I don't know what everyone's raving about. It just tastes like barbecued roadkill to me.
I tell everyone I know to go to the Grill Street. Can't live off MREs all the time.
I always say, it tastes great. Just don't ask what you're eating.
Chad's motto is, if it ain't dead yet, it will be soon.
I don't know what spices Chad uses on his ribs, but they taste amazing.
Seriously, it's not that good.
You have to try his deep-fried Rocky Mountain oysters. They're to die for.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
I guess his burgers are okay. I just can't understand a fucking word he says.
I don't know. I found a tooth in one of my burgers.
Not sure what everyone's raving about. Casey's burgers down at the Spread Eagle are better.
I'm a big fan of Chad's burgers, but learned it's best not to ask what's in them.
I keep telling Chad he needs to publish a cookbook, but he says he just cooks by feel.
I don't know what Chad adds to his burgers, but they are to die for.
Keep hearing how good this place is, but never worked up the courage to try it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd eat here either.
His burgers are something else.
I could eat a dozen of his burgers, no fooling.
The gravel just adds flavor.
I find his burgers too greasy.
I get all my recipes from good old Chad here. Just make sure he writes them down for you.
People rave about this guy's burgers, but it always tastes like roadkill to me.
We don't ask too many questions about the food here. Can't understand the answer anyways.
Don't look too close at what you're eating. Chad's not exactly big on hygiene.
Let's just say there's a good reason those toilets are only a stone's throw away.
Chad's Meat Wagon. Best burgers this side of the Rockies.
Chad does all his talking with his food. Or at least he should.
The food tastes fantastic. Just don't ask too many questions.
Chad's a fucking genius when it comes to barbecuing.
Just tastes like roadkill to me.
The good old grill streak. You kill it, we grill it.
This is the best kill grill in the county.
I've never eaten here. Not about to start.
Have you met Chef Chad? I tried to have a conversation with him once. It didn't go well.
Sometimes it's better not to know what you're eating here.
Pretty sure it's just roadkill on a bun, if you ask me.
Got an iron stomach? You'll need one.
You couldn't pay me to eat that crap.
Chad's the best.
But can you understand him? Because I sure can't.
He's such a character.
Can you believe this place used to be a refuge for animals?
Oh, this doesn't look good. Hope the Elliots are okay in there.
Shit. I never returned those pliers.
Elliot would normally be out here to greet you. Something's wrong.
I hope those folks made it out all right.
Used to be a nice hotel. Now Jacob uses it for his sick experiments.
Pretty sure this is where Jacob brings any whitetails he catches.
We've lost a lot of good people here. Once you're in that chair, you're as good as dead.
This place reminds me of a horror movie I once saw.
What goes on in there is the stuff of nightmares.
If the Peggies take you to Grandview, you're pretty much done for.
A lot of force-feeding Peggy bullshit went on in here.
This is where Jacob takes any whitetail militia he's caught. When they come out, they're not the same.
Not the biggest dam, but good enough to supply power to the county.
I've seen Peggies just throw prisoners off of here. Those sick fuckers were laughing the whole time.
They keep moving supplies across the dam, but I never did see where it goes.
The maintenance on this place is so spotty, I don't trust that the thing won't just collapse one day soon.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Named after the 25th president, William McKinley.
The Peggies sure seem to like hanging out here. Not sure why.
That thing is gonna blow one of these days.
If this place ever goes, it'll flood the whole valley.
The Peggies control the road across the dam.
They've been moving lots of supplies along these roads.
Anyone that defies the Father, they tend to just throw them off the dam. Teaching them to fly, they call it.
And this thing blows, and it will. There'll be carnage all through the valley.
Jacob's always got men stationed here for some reason.
Looks like they're ready for anything.
Jacob's sure got this place guarded. I wonder why.
Jacob's got this place ready for the end of the world.
My feet are killing me.
Used to be a nice place to take the family. Not anymore.
Careful. This is a perfect place for a Peggy ambush.
Used to be a girl who worked here. Woo, boy, she was a hottie.
I've seen Peggy set up a checkpoint here. Called it a recruitment drive.
I've seen Peggy set up ambushes all through here.
Did you know Eli helped build this place?
Jacob's home base. That place is scary as hell.
Yeah, this is where Jacob puts the people he captures through his fucking mind games.
Pretty sure Jacob's got this place locked down. Hard.
Don't like coming around here. Too many Peggies for my liking.
Jacob's private fort. Locked up tighter than Fort Knox.
Was a veterans hospital, but it's been abandoned for ages. That is until Jacob took it over.
Jacob's all set up in there. It would take an army to get him out.
Sent some scouts in, but none of them made it out.
Jacob's HQ. Fucking spooky, if you ask me.
No one lives by the Hippocratic Oath in there.
Nice family used to use this house. I wonder if the cult got him or they got away.
Don't know what Jacob's boys are doing here, but it looks pretty messed up.
I keep hearing all sorts of animal cries from this place. Can't imagine what they're doing to them.
Heard that Jacob's been doing some weird stuff with animals over here. And not just wolves this time. This here's Lansdowne Airfield. No one's using it now, ever since Jacob's got his choppers in the air.
I took a skydiving lesson from this place once. Almost died, but obviously didn't.
Hasn't been a sawmill in years, but you can still smell the freshly cut timber.
Even Eli would get his supplies for his bunkers from here. Had some of the best prices around.
I wouldn't call this place safe for the kids.
Glad they got out when they did. Even if they did have to leave this all behind.
Looks like we've got some fresh blood.
Why do they keep resisting? Don't they know they're just making it harder on themselves?
Jacob will whip the strong ones into shape. The rest of them won't survive training.
Some see Jacob's truth right away. Others need to be convinced.
We follow the word of the Father, without question.
I'm glad we're getting more followers of faith. Even if they're not followers yet, they will be. Jacob will make sure of that.
Why do they have to fight us? Don't they see that the Father knows what's best for them?
The more we capture, the closer we come to fulfilling the prophecy.
All these folks in cages remind me of my time on the chicken farm.
You'd think people would just want to join us willingly.
Looks like a new crop of recruits from down south.
Wait till Jacob gets his hands on this bunch.
Only 2 ways out of this camp. Either you make the sacrifice, or you are the sacrifice.
Jacob sure puts you through your paces here. It's how he makes us strong.
Hard to disagree with that.
U.S. Army got nothing on our training routine.
Well, these ones will become soldiers or die trying.
It's really a simple choice, and for some reason, they keep choosing the wrong one.
That's for sure.
We wouldn't be doing these people any favors if we went easy on them.
We're not keeping them prisoner. They're doing that to themselves.
These people should be thanking us. They're gonna be saved. Jacob has plans for them all.
It would be so much easier if they just accept that they are broken and need to be fixed.
The Father's love will show the way.
Don't they understand? We're trying to help them. It's really for their own good.
Putting these folks through the paces is a beautiful sight to see. Training ain't easy, but that's the point.
Another batch of prisoners is due soon. Hopefully they'll be better than the last ones.
Some find the training hard. I find it enlightening. It brings me closer to the Father.
We train, we kill, we sacrifice. It's how we're going to survive what's to come.
You're fucking right about that.
I hate patrolling this place. There's so many nooks and crannies everywhere.
This morning, I went to take a leak and totally got lost trying to get back here.
Hope the next prisoner pickup is soon. These are starting to smell pretty ripe.
Just make sure them cage locks are secure.
I almost feel sorry for these people. But then I remember they're a sacrifice for what's to come.
Train, kill, sacrifice. That's what Jacob tells us. And that's exactly what we'll do.
These prisoners would be easier to handle with a couple of well-placed bullets in them.
I'll tell you another thing, I ain't taking the heat for that escaped one.
We're gonna need more of these folks if we're gonna survive what's coming.
Is this the best we can find? Kind of pathetic, really.
I know we need more soldiers to fight for Jacob, but the pickings are getting pretty slim.
I can't believe anyone wouldn't want to hear the Father's word.
Looks like this is where Jacob's holding some of his prisoners.
Careful. There's spotters up on those towers.
The cult actually bought this place. If you ask me, the seller has a lot to answer for.
I can't believe they keep them in cages like that. That's pretty sick, even for a Peggy.
Looks like they're training the next batch of Peggies in here.
Fuck, another training camp. Jacob's got his own personal army up here.
Looks like this is where Jacob brings his prisoners. Wonder what they're doing in there.
It's still a mill, only now it's processing people into broken zombies.
Lots of nooks and crannies here. Watch yourself.
I've seen trucks full of prisoners move in and out of there, but we haven't been able to get in.
Place is practically crawling with Peggies. Even got some up on those towers. They've been dropping off prisoners here for weeks. Bastards keep them in cages.
That place is fucking huge. It's gonna be hard to flush them all out of there.
Easy to get lost in there. Watch yourself.
Feel free to roam about, but don't get lost.
They keep bringing people in, but I don't see them leave.
See that? They've got snipers up on those things there.
This place is fucking huge. It's gotta be crawling with Peggies.
They got lookouts all over the place. Looking for escapees, I bet.
This is a regular Peggy infestation.
Pretty sure this is where they train those damn judges of theirs.
Indoctrination is a nice way of saying torture and submission.
Be careful where you shoot. They hold their prisoners here.
Saved a bunch of people, shut down another training camp. Not bad for a day's work.
We'll have to get everyone's names. Let their family know they're okay. If they even have any family left.
Good thing we got those prisoners out when we did. No one can stand that kind of torture for very long.
You are right about that. No rest for the wicked. Have to do some serious work if we're gonna keep this from the Peggies.
Jacob's gonna be mighty pissed about losing this place.
Will you just look at the conditions they kept people in here? No wonder they broke.
Good thing we found them when we did. Don't think they could have lasted much longer in those cages.
Gotta keep this place out of Peggy hands. Can't let this sort of thing happen again.
A fresh coat of paint and this place will be good as new.
Keep this up, and Jacob will have nothing left.
Gotta make sure all these poor prisoners get the help they need. They've been through enough.
We could use the cages for holding the Peggies, but then we'd be no better than them.
The Whitetails will have this place turned around in no time. There's a lot of work to do here just to remove any trace of the horrors that took place. Can't believe they kept people in cages like that. Looks like they've been there for weeks.
We'll get them out of those cages and back to the wolves' den. They'll be able to recover there.
If it's in a cage, it's a friendly. Unless, of course, it's a judge. In that case, you better shoot it.
It's gonna take more than a little love to bring this place back up to spec.
Good thing we got here when we did. These poor people weren't gonna last much longer.
Glad we saved as many as we did.
I don't think it'll stop them recruiting more people, but Lord knows it's a start.
Glad we took this place down. What Jacob is doing here is sick.
First thing to do is tear down those goddamn cages. Don't think those Peggies will be too happy losing another training camp.
I can't believe how they were treating people here. It's like they were animals.
Looks like we got here just in time. Any later and these people would have been goners.
Now it really feels like we're gonna win this thing.
It's gonna take a lot of work to clean this place up.
What they did to these prisoners is just not right.
Glad to see this thing out of business.
Glad to see this place shut down. Hopefully for good.
Make sure we got everyone out.
I hate those Peggies for what they did to these people.
I doubt this place will ever get back to full operation.
So many nooks and crannies to check in this place.
Another one of their training grounds. Got them all over the place.
Can't believe Jacob turned this place into some sort of training grounds for his troops.
Once they break you, they send you here to be trained. More fodder for Jacob's army.
This place really changes people. They're never the same after they come out.
Used to be a nice place before Jacob started training his troops here.
This used to be a nice place to stop and rest up from a hike.
Another nice spot infested with fucking Peggies.
Pretty sure this is where Jacob trains his new recruits, all adding to the father's army.
This place has seen better days. They used to have the plushest beds here.
May not look like much now, but I know we can rebuild it into the beautiful lodge it once was.
Didn't figure anyone was still using this place, with it being boarded up and all.
Reminds me of a happier time. More bases were stolen in this car park than at Yankee Stadium.
Me and the girls used to come swimming here in the summer.
Can't say I've been fishing since the Peggies have taken over. Too bad, too. I really like fishing.
This used to be the place to come and make out.
Could spend hours here just listening to the falls.
Used to come here and fish. Not anymore.
Dylan's fishing lessons? You'd be better off learning from Skylar, his ex.
I've met Skylar before. She can be pretty high-strung.
I'm not saying he's a prize catch or anything, but Dylan can do much better than Skylar.
Yeah, he's a real treat to talk to.
Some people really believe that Dylan is a master baiter. I don't.
I wouldn't trust this idiot's fishing advice.
God, Dylan's such an idiot. Couldn't find his own ass with both hands and a map.
Oh, Dylan's a good kid. Just took too many hits to his head is all.
Dylan's not the sharpest tool in the shed, that's for sure.
I keep hearing about this Dylan guy. Sounds like he needs to grow up.
Well, from what I know, Dylan's not that bad of a guy, but probably shouldn't be teaching anyone, well, anything.
Oh, God, not Dylan. This guy's a real piece of work, I'll tell you what.
I just don't know what's going through that boy's head.
I always thought Skylar was too good for that piece of shit, Dylan. Dylan's a bit of an idiot.
Pay no mind to Dylan. Skylar's got more skills when it comes to fishing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, God. Have you met Dylan? Not really the sharpest tool in the shed.
Everyone gives Dylan such a hard time. It's not his fault. His daddy's no rocket surgeon neither.
I'd trust Dylan's girlfriend Skylar more than Dylan himself.
Seriously, I can't imagine taking fishing lessons from this guy.
Everybody gives Dylan a hard time. He's really not that bad of a kid.
Can't really say. Haven't met him.
Why the hell would anyone take lessons from this tool? He can't catch fish worth a damn.
I personally wouldn't trust Dylan's bait.
Yeah, Dylan hasn't got a clue when it comes to fishing. Or girls, for that matter.
He's the type of guy that'll catch a minnow and call it a trout, if you know what I mean.
Friend of mine took lessons from this idiot, told him he should get his money back.
Dylan doesn't know the first thing about fishing.
Pretty sure Dylan learned all he knows about fishing from his girlfriend Skylar.
Shit, Dylan couldn't even catch a cold, let alone a trout.
Dylan's pretty harmless, actually. Dylan's a fucking riot. Can't fish for shit, though.
I don't want to know what Dylan gets up to in that shack.
Yeah, I'm not Dylan's biggest fan.
It can't be that bad.
So this is Widow's Creek. Good to know.
Good spot, this. Or at least that's what I heard.
The park used to be a place for families to come and have fun. Now it's a war zone.
The Peggy's got this park locked down, trying to keep the Whitetails militia contained.
Used to come here every summer. But that was before, you know.
There should probably be a beware of crazy folks sign up here.
Used to be such a nice park. Then the Peggies moved in, ruined it for everyone.
About to enter Whitetail State Park. Watch out for judges. They bite.
Still a nice park. We just gotta clear the Peggies out.
Not many people come to the park anymore. Not since the Peggies took it over.
Careful. Peggies like to set up ambushes here.
I used to love this park. Now I dread being in it.
I knew a girl here who used to charge visitors for permits before the trouble.
We used to stop by just for the view. You could see the whole valley from here.
I've seen them throw people off the lookout there. Heard them scream all the way down.
This is a dangerous choke point.
You've heard about Devil's Drop, right? No one survives a fall like that.
Those Peggies like to set up ambushes here.
They've been calling this the Devil's Drop. Peggies will throw anyone off the edge they deem unworthy.
I've heard there's some sort of writer that lives here. What's his name? Ducky? Something like that?
Not sure if old Dansky still lives here or not. Thought he finished writing his book already.
I've met the guy who lives here. Nice fella, just talks about Bigfoot a little too much.
This guy never shuts up about his damn Sasquatch.
Think there's a writer that lives up here. Though I heard he likes to drink. A lot.
Oh, the guy who lives here is harmless. Tells me he's writing a book about Bigfoot in his spare time.
I went drinking with this Dansky guy once. Sure likes his whiskey.
Dansky's a nice guy. A little fixated on Bigfoot, but still a nice guy.
I heard the writer that owned this cabin killed himself with a machete.
Some guy named Dansky used to come up here. I think he's writing a book about Bigfoot or something.
Sure hate training up here. Air's so thin it's hard to breathe.
We can always use more training. Jacob expects perfection.
Gotta keep an eye on those whitetails. They're up to no good. I know it.
You can see for miles from up here.
Any higher and we'd be in the damn clouds.
Up here, I feel closer to heaven.
Really does get cold up here, though.
Taking over this place is why Jacob's a damn military genius.
Been a while since the chopper's been here.
Hope the choppers bring up smokes, 'cause I'm out.
If we keep training like this, there's no way anyone could stop us.
Only through training will we become strong enough. Train, kill, sacrifice. It's the only way.
I hate training up here. I'm finding it hard to catch my breath.
This new batch of recruits ain't too bad. There's hope for 'em yet.
We only get stronger by training. Soon no one will stand in our way.
It is only when we prove our strength that we can become one of the chosen.
Keep an eye out for the Whitetail Militia. They know these woods like the back of their hand.
Got a great view up here. No way those whitetails can get the drop on us.
No way those whitetails can make it up here unseen.
There's no way anyone is getting up here without us seeing them first.
Sure is windy up here.
Honestly, being this high up gives me a goddamn migraine.
You can practically see all of Montana from up here.
Being this high up puts a whole new perspective on things.
We've got eyes on everything from up here.
Being up this high makes my damn nose bleed.
Have you seen the Judge Wolves? Those things freak me out.
Keep talking like that and you're gonna get us in trouble.
You gotta trust Jacob. He knows what he's doing. Looking forward to the supply drop. We're running low.
Just do your job and keep your mouth shut.
Can see why the military built the radar station here. You can see for miles from this high up.
I like it up here. Sure gets cold at night, though.
I can't talk right now. I got things to do. We gotta keep those helicopters up in the air. Keeps those whitetails in check.
When do you think we'll get more supplies? I'm getting tired of eating MREs.
It's only through sacrifice that we can see the true path of the Father.
Gotta keep training. Those whitetails could attack at any time.
Of course they took the old radar station. Look how well the place is defended.
Stay sharp. Lots of sniper positions here.
Fuck. They got lookouts practically on every roof.
I've seen helicopters land here, probably bringing in supplies and stuff.
They mainly hang out in the large building, but watch yourself. This place is crawling with Peggies.
Another one of those fucking training camps. Couldn't get much higher than this, could you?
Fuck, they got the old radar station. That's gonna be a bitch to take.
Heard some weird-ass howling from up here. Think they have one of those goddamn judges?
I've seen them out there training, day and night.
Man, it's a mess up here.
Christ, look at all the shit the Peggies dragged up here.
That chopper gives the Peggies a nice advantage.
Stay alert. Don't know how many troops they're training in there. One more training camp down. Pretty soon those damn Peggies won't have anywhere left to hide.
The militia can put this to good use now.
Those Peggies will think twice before messing with us again.
We'll be able to use this place for the whitetails now.
Jacob's gotta be pissed he lost this.
Now is the time to rehabilitate this place.
The Whitetails will be able to put some of this equipment to good use.
You can bet the Peggies are going to be pissed they lost this place. Just look at it. You can see the whole valley from up here.
Is this place really called the Pinko Radar Station? That's pretty fucking ironic, isn't it? We'll have to get some more whitetails up here. Make a perfect outpost to watch over the forest.
Keep an eye out for anything we could use. We'll radio the den and get them to come pick it up.
Couple conspiracy guys in town have a few theories about this place.
One less training camp. Lord knows how many they have of these things.
Man, Jacob's gonna hate losing this place.
Commanding view from up here. I can understand why the Peggies wanted it.
Another win for the Whitetails. Soon we'll have cleared these Peggies out for good.
Scratch one more training camp. Pretty soon they won't have any left.
Once we're set up, we'll be able to track all the Peggies' movements from up here.
You know, there are hard wires here that go right to the White House.
Nice place, now that all the Peggies are gone.
Peggy's gonna have a hard time training their troops if we keep shutting down their camps like this.
How many of these has he lost now? The father's losing this war big time.
Great view from up here. We'll be able to see the Peggies coming for miles.
Well, there goes Jacob's eyes on the region. Good work.
Glad to take this place off their hands.
There's enough equipment here to outfit all of the Whitetails twice over.
Now all we have to do is make sure they never come back.
I'm glad this place is in our hands now.
I'd hate to be the one to tell Jacob they lost this place.
I wonder if any of the equipment is still functioning.
The father's gonna be pissed we took this place from right under their noses.
I heard the Russians once broke into this place and got access to our nuclear codes.
Good to see this place back in the hands of true Americans. Lots of radio towers around here. Could get a good view up there.
I didn't think the buildings up here were in any shape to be used.
I wouldn't trust that platform to support a chopper.
Place is a goddamn mess.
Someone is gonna lose their head when they find out we've taken this place.
This is a great win for us. Shutting down this station?
There's lots of supplies here that the Whitetails could use.
This is a beautiful spot on a starry night.
Would be great if we could use this thing to get something decent on the radio. Eden's Gate's taste in music is shit.
We could use the helipad to bring in some much-needed supplies.
So this is where they're sending all those wolves we captured.
I heard that the father got the idea for the judges in a vision.
The father certainly is blessed to have these creatures.
It's amazing. We're actually making already beautiful creatures even better.
Yeah, you said that already.
I don't know how Jacob does it, but he has total control over these animals.
What they're doing to these wolves is fucking genius.
They're about to inject another batch, so don't worry if you hear them screaming. It's normal.
Jacob gave us the knowledge on how to make the judge wolves. It's on us to deliver.
I hope we can get all the wolves Jacob needs in time.
Fuck. I'm not cleaning another fucking cage. I'm done.
These judges will be able to track down all the sinners that got away.
Yeah, those judges are amazing.
Hell, I almost feel sorry for those damn sinners.
The wolves are such amazing creatures.
These judges are terrifying, but they won't touch you so long as you believe in the Father.
The judges are just an extension of the Father's will.
Jacob says they come here as wolves, they leave as judges.
I only have to look at the judge wolves here to know how strong we've become. Some folks are freaked out by the judge wolves. Me? I'm just glad they're on our side.
It's amazing to see the full process, from wolf to judge.
The science behind how they make these judges goes right over me.
The glory of the Father can be seen in every judge we make.
Jacob takes these wolves and turns them into something amazing.
Yeah, I can't believe how strong they are.
I saw a judge take down a sinner once. Poor bastard's throat was ripped out before he could even scream.
Those judge wolves scare the shit out of me.
What we're doing to these wolves, we're making them better, stronger.
I wasn't sure about the judges at first, but now I see they're just an extension of Jacob's will.
The judges are truly amazing.
Jacob has done amazing things for these wolves. To actually make them part of the project. It's incredible.
Those judges are something special.
It's true, they are amazing creatures.
What Jacob has done with these wolves is a wonder.
It's amazing the changes they go through. They used to be wolves. Now, they're a part of the project.
Looks like we're gonna need more wolves soon.
But these experts have to do better. We lost nearly half the last batch during conversion. We can't train dead judges.
We'll always need more wolves.
Those guys in the lab coats freak me out.
Our scientists are improving on nature.
I'm not sure those guys in the lab coats know what they're doing.
I don't care what anyone says. Those judges are beautiful.
I know when it's my turn to be chosen, I won't be afraid.
I can't stand the wolves howling all the fucking time.
Guarding the lodge is one of the better jobs.
Better here than out there catching them.
I'm sick of pissing in the same set of fucking bushes.
Cool how they turn these wolves so strong.
I've heard the most awful howling from this place. I can't imagine what they're doing to those poor wolves.
Those aren't orphan puppies in those cages.
God, what is that smell? Smells like burnt meat and hair.
I heard about this place. They bring wolves here and perform experiments on them.
Seeing a whole mess of judges there. Be careful.
Figured this is where they're turning those wolves they capture into judge monsters.
What are they doing down there? I smell burning. Wasn't great before, but these Peggies have really trashed the place.
Gotta be careful. Pretty sure those are the cages they use to transport wolves.
I've seen them bring in truckloads of wolves here to turn into judges.
Good lord, what are they doing in there?
Smell that? It's like they're burning something.
Don't get near those cages. Who knows what's in them?
That's not just Jacob's men. There's wolves in there too.
I can't stand the smell of burning flesh.
Look at this place. Who would do that to an animal?
What a fucking disaster.
Will you look at what these fuckers have been doing to those wolves?
I always knew they were doing something with them wolves, but I never expected this. It's gonna be some work to make this place usable again.
What kind of sickos do this to a wolf?
This whole place is a write-off.
One less place for Jacob to claim for his own.
Mom always said good riddance to bad trash. They should just tear the fucker down.
Glad we could put a stop to this. What they're doing here, that's just wrong.
I've seriously had enough of these judge wolves.
These so-called scientists are pure evil. Just look at what they did to those poor wolves.
It's a shame we can't do anything for these wolves, especially the ones that have already been changed.
Did you see what those scientists were doing in there? I don't know how they can live with themselves.
What kind of monster would do this to a wolf? They're the animals, if you ask me.
Gotta beef up our defenses if we want to keep this place out of Jacob's hands.
Place wouldn't be half bad if we scrub up all the blood.
Don't want to have to stay here too long. The place gives me the creeps.
It's sick what Jacob was doing here with those wolves. It's sick, I tell you.
I can't get the image of what they did to those poor wolves out of my head.
Last time they'll use this place to make those fucking judges of theirs.
I'm not sure I can stay here. It's all just too fucked up.
We need some bigwig developer to rehabilitate this place.
The conditions they were keeping these poor animals in were just horrific.
Place is contaminated with all their weird science stuff.
Just when I think I've seen everything, those Peggies go and do something worse.
This shit here is gruesome.
Here's hoping that's the end of them making these judges of theirs.
Don't know if I'll ever be able to look at a wolf the same way again.
I'm glad that's put an end to the experiments they were doing here.
Now Jacob will think twice before messing with the Whitetail militia.
Careful. Some of those cages still have wolves in them.
Smells fucking awful, that's for goddamn sure.
There is one hell of a fucking cleanup to be done around here.
I knew they were sick. I just didn't know how sick.
Yeah, experimenting on wolves is pretty fucked up.
Who the fuck experiments on animals like this?
Don't scientists take an oath not to do bad things or something? Those cages are rank.
Don't ask me to clean this up.